This is a tutorial for those of you taking my online courses who may need help downloading, resizing, and transferring the sketches onto paper that we can collage a figure out of. You can use this tutorial for any of the sketches or any of the pieces that we work on.
The reason why we're doing this is because lots of times when you sketch, it might not be the exact size, or you might have done a sketch that was for an 8x10 and now you're doing whatever for an 11x14. So you need to scan the sketch into your computer so that you can change it to a canvas, and that's what I'm to a different size, and that's what I'm showing you right now. If you don't have a scanner, you can either draw it to size that you want it, or you can take a picture with your iPhone. Just make sure that the angle is right and that you're not taking it from above or below, and straight on towards the sketch. And then you just put that sketch on your computer, transfer it to your computer. I use Dropbox mainly. Actually, that's all I ever use. And there's the cloud, but I usually use Dropbox. Or you can just download the one that I'm doing for you and do it and trace it. Because I'm going to do it, I'm going to send you a version for 8x10, and I'm going to send you a version for an 11x14. So let's scan this. We just need to scan the actual girl. We don't need more than what we need. So let's scan that. We don't need anything special. We'll just put it into here. Okay, so we found the scan. We're just going to rename it so that I can find it easy enough. Now I'm going to open up my Photoshop elements. Okay, so I have Photoshop open. So I'm going to show you for an 8x10 canvas what to do, just so that you can know how to do it. So the width is 8, the height is 10 inches. We don't need a big resolution, doesn't matter. We're just using it for this size. So we can title this Little Birdie 8x10 canvas. Okay. So, and then we open up the sketch in our pictures. So open up the sketch. Now this is not the expensive Photoshop. This is Photoshop Elements, and it's quite affordable. I got the Elements and the movie, the Premiere, which is what I use to make my videos, all for like just around $100 at Staples. They also have it, and lots of people have any kind of photo editing software. So you probably already have something on your computer. We're gonna open up this file here, drag the sketch onto it. Now, so this background is our canvas, okay? So we want to make her so that she fits how we want her to fit. So do we want her to go down there? Nope. Do we want her to be all the way up there? No, we don't. We want her to take a good, and we're going to put her just like what I said, right of center. So that's about where we want her. Right there, I think. I think that's good. I think that'll look good. Okay, so I think we're going to leave her like that. That's the 8x10. You're going to go over here. You're going to save as, put it wherever you want it. Save it as a JPEG. It'll be easier to work with when we have to do the next step. And you can just save it there. It's already, when we titled the new canvas. If you're doing 11x14 canvas, 11x14. Okay. Now we want to print this out exactly how this is, because this is our canvas. This is how we want her to look on the canvas. This is the position we want her in. So we're going to go up here. We're going to click print. Okay, so we want it actual size. Lots of times it'll be defaulted to this or to this, you want it actual size. And center image, we don't need it centered. Now I want to check the settings because I don't want to waste my ink. So I'm going to put it to draft, black. I don't care about any of this black grayscale. We're just doing a draft. We don't need any fancy print job. We just need the basic shape. Okay, and then we're going to click print. I'm going to show you how to get your downloads and print them off according to the sizes that you need them to be printed off. So what you want to do is go to where you can download it. So just click on that and save image, and it should come up there. And depending on where you're taking the course from, it might look a little bit different. So I'm going to get the 11 by 14. So it should work the same no matter where you're getting your downloads from. Save image, 11 by 14, we've got that in there. And there we have. So now you're going to open up your, oh, one thing I want to tell you about before that. It will not work for you to just open up your images like this and just print them off. They're not going to print off to the size of canvas that you need. It's going to change it and it just won't work. I've tried to do it many ways. It just won't work to do it that way. So you're going to need a photo editing software. I use Photoshop Elements, but any software that you can open up a canvas will work. So a workspace, so where you're starting a new file and then you drag it onto there like I showed you in the, after we sketched her out. Okay, and one more thing I want to tell you about. If you happen to get your downloads and it says resized, you're going to have to do something different than if it doesn't say resized. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. It just depends on where my downloads. Sometimes they resize them, sometimes they don't. Listed here are the sizes the images need to be in order for them to be printed off as is. I'm going to show you what to do if you happen to get a download that says resized. That means that the site that the course is on has resized my image. So if you get that, you're going to start a new blank file, and this is exactly how we did it when we transferred the sketch. So if you're getting the 8 by 10 sketch and it's resized, you want to open up an 8 by 10 canvas. If you happen to have a resized 11 by 14, like if this says 11 by 14 resized, it doesn't. But if it did, then you would be putting 11 by 14 in here, okay? But we're doing 8 by 10. And then you're just going to open up your resized download, and you're going to have to drag her onto the canvas, just like we did with the sketch, exactly the same, and move her around to where she needs to be. So we want her a little bit bigger. And then you're going to click print and make sure actual size is printed off, and print that off, and you'll be good. So that's if you get a download that's resized. If you get one that doesn't say resized, it should be fine. So we'll open up this 11 by 14 one. You don't need to open up a new canvas. All you need to do is open up the image itself. That's all you need to do, and it should be ready to go. So we're just going to click print. This is for the 11 by 14, and you can see right away that she is bigger because she doesn't completely fit on the 8.5 by 11 printer paper. So the way to print her off is to start at the top, make sure actual size is clicked, And I like to go in and just make sure draft is clicked and black grayscale, click OK, and then print her off. I've already printed her off, so I'm not going to do it again. So you click print, that is printed, then you're going to go back and you're going to click print again. This is for the 11 by 14 because she doesn't fit on the 8.5 by 11. And then you're going to do the bottom part of her and click print. Okay, and then I will show you how to put that together right after this. If you have any questions at all about this, please post, email me, whatever, post a comment about it. I know some of you know how to do this already, but there are maybe some of you who aren't sure how to go about doing this. So I wanted to make sure I did a video to help you out. So I just want to show you what it looks like after you print it out. This is the 8 by 10, and I just have this 8 by 10 canvas here that it's obviously got something on it. And you can see that she is exactly the right size. If I cut her at the top of the head here and at the feet, you can see that she would come exactly where we want her on the canvas. Okay, so that's the 8 by 10. The 11 by 14, if you remember, would not fit on one sheet of printer paper. So I'm just going to cut off this this little border right here that's left. Just cut that off so it's a clean edge against the sketch, because I'm kind of picky that way. And then I'm going to line it up here and just tape it. And if that's lined up properly, I think it is, it should go on an 11 by 14 canvas, which is this right here. It should fit on there perfectly, and it does. So here she is at the bottom. Put her feet right at the bottom, and then there she is at the top. So that's how that works.